Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it is almost a final. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show coming up. In one more out, Trevor McGill on in the bottom of the ninth inning with a man on, 2 outs, and I'm scared.
Yeah, you are.
I am. Come on, Trevor.
One strike away.
We are here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Game one of this big 5-game, 4-day series in St. Louis. And, yeah, another foul ball. A little battle going on here. 0-2, however. Just don't hang a curveball. There it is.
Hey!
Swing and a miss, and it's a Brewers win. It's a final.
Come on.
There you go. A come from behind Brewers victory as the Brewers take game one of this 5-game series by the final of 4-3. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Down 3-0, and it looked as if this Brewers squad was having a little bit of a flat game. It did. It seemed a little flat to me, especially offensively. And Dustin May, I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong. He was good. The Brewers just had the one opportunity with a couple of runners aboard with 1 out early in the game. That was that second inning. But outside of that, he was lights out until the Brewers got into the 7th inning. And that's when some magic happens where they just do what the Brewers do. And they just said, no, this is still a game at 3-0. First of all, Shane Drowan. Wow.
The throw-in.
When you needed this out of your starter, you had to have this out of your starter here. And he ends up going 6 innings of 3-run ball, only 1 earned because the Brewers got sloppy in that third? Was it the third inning, third inning?
It was the third inning.
Yeah, third inning where Bryce Terang, I mean, come on. It just hardly ever happens, but it happened tonight. And he had an error to set the table. And then David Hamilton had I don't know. I
blunder?
I don't know if it's a blunder. He recorded the out. So,
sure.
But with the bases loaded and a duffer to you got to realize that it's going to be a long shot to pull that double play out and just take the out at home. It's right in front of him. Easy out at home. Just flip it to the plate. You get the force out there, and then you move on. But they end up scoring a grand total of 3 runs, and again just the 1 earned for Drowan. This kid's looking good too. I mean, we could talk about Brandon Sproat and Gasser and Henderson. We cannot discount Drowan in this equation somewhere somehow. Whether that's a starter, whether that's once everyone gets healthy a little bit more out of the bullpen, but you have to start handing it to Shane Drowan. He was dynamite tonight. I think he's the player of the game in this one. You had a 2-run double by David Hamilton in that 7th inning. Christian Yelich drew a big walk right in the middle of that rally, so you got to credit him a little bit there, outside of his numbers plummeting. And I think he's in the 230s now. You might want to correct me if I'm wrong.
Yelich is hitting 239.
239, yeah. And dropping.
700 on the dot OPS.
Ooh, wow.
Oof.
But I mean, he did draw a big walk right in the middle of that melee. And then Bryce Terang came up with the with really a huge hit. It was attack mode. It was ambush with the bases loaded, 2 already in. And the Cardinals did give him a little bit of a break there. Cooper Pratt had a little duffer in front of the mound that the pitcher, I think he ended up getting hurt on that play. And he bobbled it for an error, and that helped. And then Terang came up with the big one. Opposite field, he goes the other way and knocks in runs number 3 and 4, and that gave the Brewers the 4-3 lead. And Chad Patrick then throws 20 pitches to record 6 outs. This could have been way worse in terms of the pitching. Now, I would doubt, and it's unfortunate, but you won tonight, and that's the thing. Win tonight. You're not going to have Trevor McGill in 2 games tomorrow. Hasn't he pitched now 3 of 4?
Definitely back to back. Let me see.
I think 3 of the last 4, I want to say. But again, though, you probably are going to be without him. Chad Patrick threw 20 pitches. I would assume you're without him as well tomorrow. And I would say, hey, man, just make sure win game 1 and see what happens. Maybe your offense just takes off and wins it for the pitchers.
Yeah, he pitched the 6th, 5th, and the 3rd of the month.
So is that 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, that would just not be the
3.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so and that's we'll take it because the Brewers have won 3 of their last 4 games. And you'll take that heading into the doubleheader tomorrow. But that's a big day of pitching. There's going to be a 27th man. I would assume it's Gasser is going to start one of those games. Which order we put him in, I'm not sure. But I want to get your reaction here. A big win over the St. Louis Cardinals. And at now 56-33, what does that mean?
Means they're a 500 ball club in the National League, in the history of the National League now.
And now they're a 500 ball club in the National League since coming over.
Isn't that crazy?
That is good.
I think they were as low. Where is it here? They were as low as 160 games, I believe, under 500. No, 196 games under 500.
That's crazy.
And now they're 220, 61, 220, 61, and 1. Do you remember the 1? The tie?
I think it was opening day against the Reds.
Yeah. Why was there a tie?
I'm not sure. This came up many years ago on this show, and I can't recall what the outcome was, why there was a tie.
But you remember, like, Dave DeBucchino's number from 1974. Dude.
No, I remember.
Just made up guys' names.
we were off the air. We were talking about Alec Burleson.
Yeah.
And I said not to be confused with Nate Burleson.
Or Rick Burleson.
Or Rick Burleson. And I said, yeah, Rick Burleson. He was Red Sox.
Yeah, number 7.
I only know that not because I'm a Red Sox.
How many ties have there been in Brewers history? You don't remember the one tie that happened within the last?
I don't recall that.
I
want to say it was 04 or 05. Wasn't it?
I'm looking it up right now.
I want to say it might have been an opening day, 04 or 05. And I don't recall, Tommy. Honestly, I don't. And I should recall because we talked about it. In fact, one of the media relations guys called the show that day. It was like 2007 or something, and said, "Yeah, don't you remember the tie on opening day?" I just said, "I don't recall." I did not remember that. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. Brewers do what the Brewers do, and they did it tonight over the St. Louis Cardinals, down 3-0 into the 7th inning, and that's a couple of comebacks here in the last handful of games. They end up winning the ball game 4-3, and to go up now 23 games over 500 at 56-33.
Would you take that?
I think I will. And this road trip, 11-game road trip, 3-city road trip, off to a nice start, 3-1. And I will take that. Yes, Tom. But we'll get to your reaction here after the Brewers took care of business against the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals wanted this game bad. They were on the attack just about the whole night. That helped Shane Cohen. You look at the number of pitches he had per inning. Look at some of those numbers. They're pretty impressive. There's some single digits in there. Cardinals will attack you, and they were essentially for 3 or 4 innings tonight, and it helped out the Brewers. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, 4-3 win over the Cardinals. get a big win over the Cardinals tonight, 4-3 the final. How do you think the Cardinals feel right now? This had to be a crusher for them.
Couldn't have happened to
goodness.
a nicer group of guys.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, they're staring down the barrel of a 3-zip lead. Looks like a flat Brewers offense. It can't get much going. And bam, 4-run seventh inning slaps them in the face. And you get the 4-3 victory for the Brewers, who go 23 games over 500 and maintain now a 6.5 game lead over the Cubs and an 8.5 game lead over the Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals, guys, keep in mind, they can still do some damage in this series. A 5-gamer, winning one, you get a 3-game series, you win one, and you make sure the other team can only pick up 1 game on you. But in a 5-game series, you win one, as the Brewers just did. There's still 4 to play here. That's crazy. So they can still, Brewers need to keep their heads in the game here and strong to the finish. I mean, you started out this 11-game 3-city trip. Your first 4 games in the books at 3-1. And again, a high watermark, 23 games over 500. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Baseball coverage on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. And we say hello to Justin. Justin, big win over your hated Cardinals.
Man, absolutely huge win, man. It's just phenomenal game. And this is the type of stuff that is these roller coaster blood pressure games that just get you going. I'm sitting up here, I'm kicking stuff in my living room. I'm getting upset. We got second and third and we can't get this guy in. You got Cheerio popping out. You got Terang throwing the ball all over the place. But this is why I truthfully believe. And Tim, first of all, you're a living legend, so anything you say, I believe anyways. You could tell me that the sky is red and gold, and I'd be like, all right, man, I'm going to McDonald's. That's what it is. But however, when you're watching this Milwaukee Brewers team and you're listening to this Milwaukee Brewers team and you're involved and you feel it, it is a different aura. Shout out to the young guys, Tommy and those guys. It's an aura that we have that's different. Mm-hmm. This is championship baseball here. We're playing a D-plus game for the talent that we have on this team, and we still find a way to beat a divisional foe in their stadium and send those super knowledgeable Cards fans home pissed off. Because I'm going to tell you this, Tim and Tommy. If I was a Cards fan, I would be livid. I would be calling you, Tommy, you'd have to hit the dump button 17 times. Tim would suspend me for a whole month if we lost that baseball game in that manner.
21,000 at Busch Stadium tonight. 21. Not 31 or 41. 21.
Busch League.
I feel like that 21 is even a little bit fraudulent from those panel views that the screen had today.
Might
man.
have been.
Like, Tommy, am I off here? It was like 12,000 people I saw.
Yeah, it didn't look all that great. It's a Monday night in the summer, I guess. Muggy over there in St. Louis. They've totally fallen off over there in St. Louis for fan base over the last few seasons. This is nothing that is just brand new this year. They're frustrated with ownership or whatever over there, and they just have completely abandoned the team to this point. So luckily Milwaukee's not in that bandwagon.
Here is why, gentlemen, Shane Drowan is your pitcher, your player of the game today. I mean, he just is. I don't even think it's close. Yeah, great. Terang, 2-run double, go ahead, tying and go ahead runs. David Hamilton, an 8-pitch, bases loaded, 2-run double. And Tommy, you want to ask the question on that play? How and where that ball was hit?
How did Cooper Pratt not score?
There's the question.
How did he not score on that? What are you doing, bro? You are, first of all, you have not been playing that great since being up here. Your base running has been phenomenal in the fact of you stealing bases. You look pretty quick out there. But, dude, you got to score on that. You absolutely have to score on that.
He was just playing it safe, and I don't understand why. It clearly, was it Walker out there? I think it was.
Yeah, I don't care. I do not care.
Right. He was not going to catch that baseball. I mean, you just put your head down and go. All right, here's why I think Drowan is the pitcher, the player of the game. This is what Murphy had to say pregame on the Brewers Radio Network. Murphy, we're going to have to get some big starts. I don't want to have to leave starters in, but I might have to. Guys that are getting roughed up, they're going to have to eat it for you sometimes. You never want to have to do that when you're trying to win every game and have the best record in baseball. But in fact, that might happen. And Shane Drowan said, no, it's not going to happen with me. So check that box there.
That's super powerful. The only thing that I would push, and not even to push back, because Tim, you're not wrong. Like Drowan, and there are so many situations where he could have been in a way worse situation than what he was in tonight. But I would, so if we're going to give it to Drowan, I'm totally on board with that, and hopefully the rest of the Brewers fans are. The only consolation prize I would throw out there for you then is not anybody else with the bat in their hand, and I know you mentioned those guys did well. It would have to be Chad Patrick because he helped serve. If he slips up and makes one mistake, it's a different story, man. But excellent post-game show. Love this stuff. Love what you and Tommy are doing. Tommy, love what you're doing on SP. And I love that it's a refreshing tonight where we can just talk what our city has become again. It's a Brewers town. Hate to say it like that because I love those other teams, but it's a Brewers town now. The only GA that matters is Grant Anderson. I'm going to get the heck out of here and let you guys do your thing. Free the pipe bomb. I'm gone.
All right. Thank you, Justin. 414-677-1250 on that Nicolay Law Talking text
If Grant Anderson wanted to be really funny, he would change his number to 34.
He should. Well, he can't, but yeah.
Who's 34 on the
Raleigh.
Brewers? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything. I'm done. I'm over. It's good. It's fine.
You're done with jersey numbers.
I'm done with jersey numbers. I'm done. All right. My bad. Get dragged through on the comments here now for sure. Guaranteed. You tell me Rob Peachulow's number off the dome then.
Who was it? 8? No,
I don't know.
Think
11. It was. I don't remember.
11?
It was one of those. I'll figure it out.
Ken, what do you say on that Nicolay Law Talking text line?
Hey, guys. Always good to beat that team, especially in comeback fashion the way we did. It's also good to be back in the good land after a few days out in the desert there.
Well, you got them a series victory, though.
That's true. To be fair, we were not at Game 3. We were aboard our flight during Game 3. So we went 1-2 in the Lou James Groover series. But we did get to see him in the flesh.
You are so lucky you got to see him play.
Yeah, he's special, isn't he?
I made sure to take a photo of the scoreboard for you, Tim. Yeah, I got that documented.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, man, we love seeing him at American Family Fields of Phoenix, man.
Right. Are you guys? I'm hearing the music playing.
Yeah, hold on.
We'll keep you. Yeah.
We'll get you on the other side, Ken. Yeah, okay. Hold on. 4-3 win. It's probably not the way you want to draw it up, although it makes it more crushing to the St. Louis Cardinals, doesn't it?
It does.
When they think they have a victory in Game 1 and you snatch it from them. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. A Game 1 victory over the Cardinals, 4-3 the final. Stick around. More to come. Brewers win. A 4-3 Brewers win to take game one of this 5-game series over the St. Louis Cardinals. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Wisconsin Sports Radio Network Studios. You're listening to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. I just might have fallen in love with Shane Drowan.
Oh, really?
I might have. Look at his ERA now.
Yeah, it's under 3.
Under 3.
As a starter, it just got under 4, to be fair, I think.
But still, for his age and experience.
Should he be in Rookie of the Year conversation?
I don't know about that.
Sub-3 ERA as a rookie? Why is that not Rookie of the Year conversation? Every other year, that's Rookie of the Year conversation.
So how many appearances?
I think today was his 19th.
Yeah, maybe he's going to end up with...
Today was his 18th. 8th start, 18th game.
Yeah, he's going to end up with 30-plus appearances.
Just saying. I mean, I don't know if I believe it, but why not? If we're looking at the counting stats.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, getting back to the Nicolay Law Talk and text line at 414-677-1250. A pretty impressive win for the Brewers, although the game wasn't the sharpest game either. There were some, flat, as I stated, the offense was a little flat there. And May is good. He hasn't been pitching that well.
He's a Brewer killer. He's the new Jose Quintana.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, he might be because he took care of business really well in the last series.
Yep. And
then he the last couple of starts hadn't been great, and then this one. So what? 4 2/3? Or was it 5 2/3?
Today for May, he went 4 2/3.
4 2/3. So, but still pretty solid. He shut the Brewers down pretty well.
7 Ks.
And then the Brewers got at that bullpen, obviously with a 4-run 7th inning. Defensively, you had a couple that were just, you got to make those plays. That's one thing that we haven't really touched on a lot this year, and really in the last few years because we didn't need to. They're just top of the line defense, and I think they're good. They're a good defense right now, Tommy. I don't think they're as great of a defense as they have been.
Well, I know that over the years in history, defense has been said to win championships in other sports. I don't know if you can say the same about Major League Baseball, but they've stunk defensively this year for the standard that they have set over the last 2 seasons.
That's the key.
They have stunk. They have absolutely stunk. And I mean, Bryce Terang, hey, don't get all this all-star snub in your head and then just start mailing it in on defense. I mean, Joey Ortiz, as phenomenal as he is on defense, has absolutely made some stinkers this year too.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Bauers, I just saw, has like one of the worst fielding run values in all of baseball, which it's a stupid stat anyway. No one cares about that stat.
Hamilton's doing everything he can when he's in there. But I just don't think he, by definition, is a great glove.
No, I don't think so. Let's get back over to the Nicolay Law Talking text line. Ken, we were talking to you on the other side before. They do stink defensively this year compared to the years past, right, Ken?
Yeah, it's been a little rough at times, particularly Hamilton. Like I said the other night, he
made a great play tonight, though. He did, because Contreras wasn't moving on the play.
He has the physical tools. It's just, he's learning third base, which might be part of it. But yeah, he's had a couple mistakes, especially not throwing home there with the bases loaded. But I have one more comment on tonight's game. But before I get into that, the main reason I called, I wanted to help out Southside Doobie. The other night he called, I think it was Friday night. He was talking about those old kind of mechanical scoreboards, and he's been trying to find an image of them. What he needs to look up is a playograph machine. They were called playographs, yeah, and how those worked. And this was before radio, prior to radio. So in the early 1900s and 1910s, it would be at like newspaper offices in towns and cities across the country, anywhere that would have a telegraph machine. And they would literally have somebody sending, a telegraph and telling them what the play was, and then they would reenact it on
right. They would like smack pieces of wood together too on the radio when they did that too. I know this. I know this, Ken. I want your information on your class, by the way. I'm going to put you on blast in the radio show right here because I need that information.
Yeah. Well, if you want to learn more about the playograph machine and other quirks of baseball history, take History 448 at UW Milwaukee. That is baseball and American history. I'll be teaching that this fall.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, have Southside Doobie look up playograph machine, and that should get you what you want.
Professor to professor love there.
That's right. Yeah, from a young professor to an older professor. Yeah, I'll pass on that knowledge.
I didn't even think of that. Right.
But on tonight's game, and I know I'm about to be testing the jinx here, Jordan Walker, if you look at his season numbers, this guy's having an incredible year.
Yes.
But he doesn't do anything against the Brewers. I think we have that guy figured out. I can't remember him getting a big hit at any time against us. And you look, he's got 20 homers. His OPS is just under 900. And we'll see how the rest of this series goes. So if he gets a big hit, I'll call in and apologize. But it seems like the Brewers hold that guy in check pretty well.
Yeah, it appears that way. But he is a hell of a ball player. He is. He's really good. Sure. Ken, thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Ken. Looking that up, by the way, just keeping him on the line before I let him go. 659 career OPS, hasn't hit a home run since 2023 against the Brewers.
Look at that.
Yeah. All right, Ken. Maybe you know what you're talking about every once in a while. That's not too bad. Let's keep it going here. KJ in West Dallas. He's a professor in West Dallas University, I've heard. Here you go, KJ.
Hey, good evening, Tim and Tommy. Thanks for taking my call. Great show as always. Nice snatching back by the Brewers tonight. Shane Drone was really good. Their starting pitching has been really good here in the last few games. Their bullpen's been outstanding. I thought Chad Patrick was really good tonight. He's been good the last several times. I would have to say, Tim, my players of the game would be the two hashtag Woodpeckers. Two of them would be Hamilton and Frelick. They came up with big hits, and I think that they really ignited that offense, going into that seventh inning. And Murph, I'm going to give Murph some credit tonight. I think he outmanaged Ollie Marmol for sure. And the reason I say that is, you got Wynn on first base, and why you don't have him running with Trevor McGill on the mound, who's pretty easy to run on, escapes me. But good on.
I would have went first pitch. I'd have gone.
Yeah,
just the
absolutely.
First pitch. Yeah, after the base hit, it would have been attack mode, which the Cardinals had been doing throughout this game. They helped out with it, and that's what happens if you're going to go ambush and it doesn't work. That allows Shane Drone to get through six.
Yeah, one of the things I have noticed here recently is they got to get Yelich going. He's got a lot of holes in his swings, Tim.
That low inside, just low and in. It's just he can't. He's not seeing it well. He's just not.
No, he's not. And they keep moving him from batting first, batting second, batting third, and so he's all over the place in terms of the batting order. And you're right. He's not seeing the ball the way he probably has in the past. What has he got? Like 4 or 5 home runs. So he's either hitting a home run or he's striking out a lot, and he's getting into situations where he's got guys on base and he's not producing the way that.
Raise your hand if you thought after Hamilton comes up with a bases loaded 2-run double. Raise your hand if you thought Christian Yelich was going to get that runner in from third with less than 2 out.
Yeah, I was very happy he walked. Do you remember, what was it? Was it in Arizona when he got intentionally walked? Was that in Arizona too? When I was just like, thank you for not letting him swing. I was so happy he didn't have to swing both of those 80s.
3-1 count tonight. As I said, second and third, nobody out. 3-1 count. There's no way he should be swinging, and he didn't. But I would have lost my mind if that would have been that little two hopper, just right about belly high, right to the pitcher. I would have lost my mind. So he takes the 3-1 count, works the walk, and then also raise your hand if you thought after Churio grounds it into the force at the plate. Now we're thinking, Bryce, don't just do something, please do something. Gets it done. Brewers 4-3 lead. Still runners in scoring position for William Contreras.
Yeah, I was honestly when Frelick's ball went over the wall, I was like, you got to be kidding me. We're screwed. Like that. Yeah. There was 2 men on. It was the first 2 men of the inning, and I was like, there's 2 guys and runners in scoring position. We're cooked. That's how the Brewers have been.
Nobody out. They'll find a way.
They'll find a way. Like that ball not staying in the park on a bounce. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And
then Contreras. First pitch.
Yeah.
Inning-ending double play. Ooh, yeah. And Tommy and I we're
into a lot of double plays here lately, Tim. I expect Andrew Vaughn to do some damage going forward in this series. I think he's going to play a couple of these games, and I think he's going to do some major damage in this next game, especially against the left-hander if he gets a left-hander.
He'll be in there, and that's the way they've been using him.
Yeah, they got to get that first game tomorrow, though, Tim, with the Miz, and put some pressure on St. Louis, and at least get 3 out of what were they playing? 3 out of 5 games if they can.
That'd be great. All right, KJ, thank you. Appreciate it. When we're watching the game, I'll just give you some dialogue here. When Churio was up, and I was like, Jackson, you got to get that run in. Tommy's like, no, screw that. Come up with a big hit.
Yeah, I was not going for a run. I was not going for a run. No, I needed a hit. I needed something big.
Just, oh, man. A big hit's coming. Please let it be tomorrow. Can you give Miz some run support, please?
Oh, man. Can you get to 4 runs with Miz, and it's going to be over.
He should be fine.
Should be fine after that. It's not that hard. Just get 4 runs. All right.
Well, they got 4 tonight.
Yeah, and now improving to 46-7. Oh, hey, there you go. Just for you.
6-7.
Yeah.
Get 4. Well, throw up 7 or 8.
Why not? Why not 8?
You're due for one of those. You did get 7 on Friday night, but you got 4 in the 11th inning.
I was about to say it took 11 innings to do that. So
and 4 of those 7 were in the 11th.
Right. Let's get 7 in the first 7 innings. How about that? Yeah. Instead of a 9-9-9 challenge, let's do a 7-7 challenge with Milwaukee tomorrow.
Yeah, they don't seem to give Miz a lot of run support, do they?
No, and then we had a caller, a texter, I can't remember, text in about it saying, do they just think, well, he's going to shove today and kind of mail it in a little bit
and try and win 2-1.
We don't have to go that hard because Miz has our back. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. Murphy would probably slap me if you heard me say it. Okay.
Right.
Let's go to Mason over in Wausau. What's up? You're next, Mason.
Hey, how we doing?
What's up, Mason?
I'm doing well. I just wanted to touch base on something you said earlier. It was the you guys didn't Garrett Mitchell, or not Garrett Mitchell. Was it Garrett Mitchell? Cooper Pratt.
Okay.
When he was trying to come home and
how he didn't score on Hamilton's double.
Right. And I don't necessarily agree with that, just because you can't make that first out at home.
Now that I agree with. Yes.
So that's where I was kind of coming in on, and I was like, man, we can't be doing that.
So Mason, to be fair, it was a force out, but they did make the first out at home anyway, later on in the inning.
Well, yeah, okay, but you can't do it unwillingly.
I get it, but I'm just saying it ended up like biting them anyway, where they ended up making.
I'm with Mason. Mason's calling you on the carpet.
I don't think so. I think I had a rebuttal right there. I think I was just saying.
Well, no, on a bases loaded. I mean, you got to move.
Oh.
I mean, there's no avoiding.
Yeah, you got to move.
Technicality,
especially with his youth and his speed, and all that kind of thing. So I get it, but at the same time, can you really flack him on that? I don't know.
Yeah, you tell him, Mason. You get on him.
Listen, you
That's
better
right.
you better showcase your base running ability if your bat's not going to do it, Cooper. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, Mason.
I'm not calling. Some people are calling him pooper crap. That's what some people are calling him right now.
Whoa,
I'm
just
saying.
not all that.
That's not me. That's other people.
Well, some people are calling Christian Yelich sister.
You guys are great show. I listen to you guys all the time. So.
Thank you, Mason.
Thanks for listening there.
Appreciate it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for all the nuances.
Yep.
Love
good.
It. Thank you, Mason. There
Sound
he
like
is.
a big Brewer fan. He delivered right just a roundhouse.
You
right
were totally on board with why didn't he score?
You in the spleen.
No, because it's Cooper Pratt. Get your butt around third base. Know that you should score on that. That is a gapper. It ended up his run didn't score, and it ended up also not mattering. Two things can be correct. Right?
Well, sort of.
It's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened.
Mason, anytime, man. You are welcome here. Open door policy.
Of course. We don't what's the word I'm looking? I don't know. Bill in Iron River. What's going on, Bill?
Well, I hope Kenny doesn't sue me for a trademark violation, but
yeah.
Bill, nice. What's up, Bill?
I'm sitting on my deck on a nice summer evening in Bayfield County, just basking in joy over the Brewers beating the Cardinals at Busch and the way they did it. They came back from behind. I love it. I can't stand the Cardinals. My dislike for the Cardinals rivals Tim's dislike for the Cubs.
Yes, and we've talked about that. Yeah, there's some people, Tommy, where I lose minutes or weeks or hours or whatever off my life when the Brewers play the Cubs. There's a lot of people like that with the Cardinals.
Absolutely.
That's me for sure. Yep. So I'm sitting here enjoying a big old victory cigar and a can of beer and listening to you guys talk about the game.
Nicely
I love
done.
your program. Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh, there he is.
I'm going to guess it's a Miller Lite.
Well, it better not be a Busch Light. That's all I know. Like
that's true.
There's no way Bill has Busch Lights.
Bill does not only cigars, but he does the old pipe tobacco.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you ever done that?
I have. It smells way better than it tastes.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. I mean, I've had a cigar before, but pipe tobacco, no, I've never. I'm pretty sure pipes were extinct by the time I was alive. just true. When's the last time you saw a pipe? When's the last time you saw a tobacco pipe? Are you about to light a tobacco pipe right now?
No, I had to wipe my eyes.
Okay.
So I didn't want to be on video wiping my eyes.
I thought for sure you were gonna pipe tobacco right there and then come up and just smoke was gonna be surrounding you there.
Have you tried chewing tobacco?
No, I can't do it.
I tried it once, the old red man.
I am I've seen, like, I just want to make fun of Craig Counsell for doing it, so I don't want to look like that. So I'm not going to do it.
The players, I think, are chewing less and less.
It's banned.
Yeah.
It's only...
Well, they were sneaking it. Well, they were sneaking it.
Yeah, but, like, I think anyone who played before 2016 is allowed to do it. And then 2016 and on, you're not allowed. So Yelich can do it.
I mean, you used to see... I mean, you've seen the old footage and pictures and whatever. Just big balloon in the cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it. We got one more here. Let's do it. Marshall, what's going on, Marshall?
Well, good evening, guys, and hope you had a good 4th of July weekend, first of all.
Sure.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, I did too. I saw the fireworks out here in Whitefish Bay this weekend. It was they were popping good. I'll tell you that much. It was a fun evening, and I've been having my eyes on other sports, of course. Thankfully, the Brewers saved my night tonight. So, but a good win.
Why? What happened tonight?
Team USA got killed tonight, 4-1.
What sport?
Soccer.
Oh, come on. Stop it, you troll. Gosh. I mean, Marshall, like 30-second soccer break. What was that goalie doing, man?
Oh, I know. It was bad. It was they just did not play well tonight. That was probably the biggest.
Striker didn't do his job.
All right, offsides on the Tim comment there. All right, we can proceed with Brewers.
All right.
Yes.
I'm trying to chime in. Is there a striker in soccer?
The Brewers won tonight.
Yes, the Brewers
obviously. I'll just say something also about yesterday. You know, we had an evening church service yesterday because of the holiday weekend. It was great, but I had my phone with me, was following the game in breaks a little bit there, and good wins, good scrappy wins tonight. And last night, I knew if we could just get some hitting going, even when we fell behind, we would win, and they did. And we got to play better, obviously, especially in offense. But nonetheless, you got the win tonight, and hopefully, I'm saying if we can just get three wins in this series, that's tremendous. 4 would be sweet, obviously. And Miz going tomorrow. Got to like our chances. So
love it.
And I'll just tell you before I let you go a little story about chewing tobacco. I tried it back in high school, back in the tobacco state of North Carolina. Didn't like it at all. But our catcher would always put a pack of it in his mouth, the old Red Man stuff, Tim.
Yep.
He put it in his mouth before every game, and I don't know how he did it because it made me very dizzy at the time, and probably told a few jokes about it even back in the day on tobacco jokes. But anyway, we'll just chew on that one, and we'll.
You had to get it in.
You knew it was coming. He just
coming.
nonchalant.
Wow. Yeah. You.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark.
Last thing.
Yeah.
Good match tomorrow morning at Wimbledon. Coco Gauff against Jessica Pegula. We're going to have an American at least in the semifinals, guys. So
Pegula's going
the
down.
other sports are chugging along, but go Brewers, 56 wins already. Let's get it to 60 by the end of this week.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Love
Wouldn't
that
be something?
Man, you did Pegula chewing tobacco back in the day.
I used to play in that band.
I was just going to say, I went to school with Dominic Pegula.
You did?
Bragula, but not Pegula.
Okay.
Sounded like it worked.
The Pegulas are like your neighbors down the street.
But the ones that are just way too happy. Like you're just like, your life's not that good.
Can you just have some strife in your life?
The dog is perfect all the time.
Perfect.
Really?
Kids dressed.
Why is your lawn
jeans.
so nice, Pegulas?
Yep. Those damn Pegulas set the bar so high. Brewers got a 4-3 win over the Cardinals, and we'll find out what Pat Murphy has to say. Maybe get an update on David Hamilton. We'll touch on that as well. If indeed it's a little more on the what are we going to do side, who would be that call-up? I'm just throwing it out there. Jet Williams, maybe? He's a right-handed stick, though.
I don't think it matters.
At that point, it wouldn't matter. Williams is getting hot down there at Nashville, too.
I'll get you his next 10-game stat or last 10-game stats on the other side.
Perfect. And we'll hear from Pat Murphy. Still a ways to go here. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Down 3-0 in the 7th inning, the Brewers put up a 4 spot, and it holds. Drowan 6. Chad Patrick 2. McGill locks down another save. Offensively, David Hamilton, the aforementioned 2-run double. Bryce Terang, 2 RBI base hit. And there's your victory, 4-3 the final. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, and a Brewers win.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Yeah, I thought Shane was great. We didn't help him defensively. We made 3 misplays defensively tonight that one might look up and say only one error. Bryce usually handles that ball, and we get at least one, if not 2. Hamilton goes for the double play when it's an easy play at the plate. And, then on that rundown, you got to get it out there. So I can critique that all day. But you make 3 misplays, and it leads to, one of the runs, if not 2. And then, we hit a line drive at the infield with 2 men on, runners in scoring position. Pratt hit a line drive, caught up in the second baseman, and then Yelly hits 105 right at the infielder with runners in scoring position with 2 outs. So we kind of hadn't everything go our way, but Chad Patrick came in for Drone, gave us 2 incredible innings, and McGill was great. So, the bottom of the order did the job. David Hamilton, 2 big hits for us. Sal got a big hit. Pratt hit 2 balls hard and got a swinging bunt, and flared one in too. So he was on base a couple times, and those guys at the bottom. G. Mitch on base 3 times, 6 and down, gave us the lift we needed.
Or if you have any kind of sense on Hamilton with his hamstring, if it's a bad one, or
I don't know. As hamstrings go, they usually take a little time. So I'm anticipating it's going to take a little time.
Did that happen as he made that quick stop?
As the turn, he said he felt it on the turn.
Because of all these games coming up, is there time to get someone in? Is that a possible move?
Yeah, there's airplanes all over, Adam. It's a new thing we have. They fly from all over cities. That sound facetious? I'm sorry.
No, it's
I just didn't know if you knew.
Thank you.
You're not here long enough to know.
Murphy mentioned Patrick. How do you describe the difference when you have that extra guy in kind of big spots? You can use him anywhere, multiple innings.
Confidence.
How it changes everything.
It changes everything. You know what I mean? With Uribe down today, it just changed everything for the Pen. And not having to use Ashby, going with him in his second inning and getting out all the big guys in the order. It was tremendous. This is a good team. There's a reason this team has played well above 500. This is a really good team, and they're playing as a team. They're really together, and their pitching staff has been, especially to note. But their lineup, with the kid leading off, he's just got a beautiful swing. It's the first 3 kids in the order. It's like that's as good as there is in our league in the order. Those first 3. So. They're all having huge years. They're all really capable. They're all very young and hungry. It's very capable.
And do wins like that, when you're trailing late to find a way, do they feel any different than this? Any wins?
Yeah, a little bit.
I know they go in the same column, but
no, they feel different. Anytime you come into another person's place and win, it feels good. So.
How about winning when you mentioned some of the defensive stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like on this trip you're picking off some wins where maybe you're not at.
So again, if I was to tell you after a game, and we all know how you follow it, you do 50% of the time. Anyway, I'm treating you like Mike. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for that. But if I was to tell you that the top of the order, the first 4 in the order were to have 1 hit, some of them were going to bat 5 times. But the top of the order was going to have 1 hit, and I was to tell you we're going to make 3 defensive miscues, and I was also to tell you that they walked as much as we walked. Who would you take? And so it's a testament to the guys in the bottom. Sal Frelick had a couple tough ABs and comes through with a huge double. And then Hammy with the big double. And Terang with the big hit, 2 outs. Yeah, that's that's how you win a one-run ball game. But we know there's tomorrow. We got to get up and play 18 innings tomorrow.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
This might be easy, don't you think?
Yeah, it's easy, right? I mean, I don't even think we played any highlights, but
no.
Terang did come up with the big one.
Terang, line drive, base hit, left center. One runs in. They're going to send Yelich around third. Here's the throw. It's late, and the Brewers have the lead in the seventh. Bryce Terang comes through.
Oh, they were going to send Yelich no matter what.
Oh, now they send him.
Any hit right there, they were going to send him. You get it even after the hit, one run in, and they were going to send him. G2 Insurance run of the game. Brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
They are your friend in insurance. Running a business like a championship run, one bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance, Tim Allen. Would you care to know that if this will, in fact, take some time for David Hamilton, what Jet Williams is doing at the minor league level?
I would love to know. I know he's been good as of late.
Over his last 10 games, Jet Williams is hitting .351. He has a .926 OPS in Nashville at the time of us speaking. On the season for Jet Williams, the numbers not quite the same, but he's turning it around a little bit. 236, 344, 733 slash line,
okay.
9 homers on the season, 21 stolen bases.
Like the 344.
344 we'll take that. Yeah, we would take that.
Yep.
And if David Hamilton can't play, I would assume they just bring up Jet Williams for some insurance.
You would assume that. Now, all 3 left side infielders, right-handed bats.
If
that makes a difference,
that matter at all when you're dealing with that? Well, it's not like you have an Andrew Vaughn on the left side and the other guy on the right. There is no real split when you talk about Joey Ortiz,
and there's no real split when you're trying to beat numbers that they have currently.
Yeah, I'm looking over at so to be fair, I think the Brewers are still operating with a 39-man, 40-man, if I'm not mistaken. So they could, I guess, entertain a guy like an Eddie Leonard or something and put him on that 40-man spot. I actually would make sense I'm sorry, Jet Williams has to get added to the 40-man roster.
First of all, yes. Yeah.
So that actually makes sense now. They could add him, and they have to add him before the end of this season, or not the end of the season, but at the end of like the league year, because otherwise he'd be Rule 5.
The bet still plays for me if it were a wager, because I recall having the conversation about Jet Williams not only in spring training, but early in the season here. We were assured we would see him at some point this season.
Here's an idea, Tim. Here's an idea. Tyler Black comes back and Andrew Vaughn's playing third base. You get a lefty and you'd move Vaughn over for a couple games. Just a thought. You can get your lefty bat, bring up Tyler Black, and then you move Andrew Vaughn over to third base, see what happens.
It's possible. It's possible, but it makes more sense just bringing up your guy. There's your guy. It's Jet Williams. You bring him up. Tyler Black maybe. He
was playing well when he was up here.
You could see a difference.
Yes.
You could see a difference going all the way back to Arizona. And I mean, that could be Tyler Black could be being dangled out there right now in trade conversations. I would suspect his name has come up. And if I'm another team, I definitely would take a pop at it. Now, the team control thing, the clock is ticking on that for Tyler Black. But where are you going to put him in this current configuration? There's no room for him. I think that it all makes sense between Ortiz, Cooper Pratt, and Jet Williams. Those three are going to have to get it done 2 positions left side. And we'll see. And maybe things happen for a reason here. If indeed, I mean, you heard Adam McCalvey talking to Murphy about that. If it's going to be a little time here, you've got what, 7 games left until the break?
Yeah, they got airplanes too.
Yeah, I'm assuming Jet Williams, if indeed a move is, and you can use that All-Star break. If you're going to lose David Hamilton for 3 or 4 or 5 days, you might as well just make the move now, would be my guess. And maybe catch lightning in a bottle, and Jet Williams, wows us as an intro to the big leagues. Still has yet to make his big league debut is Jet Williams. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. We'll take our final break here, come back and button things up. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. It is the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. 4-3, the Brewers get the win after being down 3-0 over the Cardinals, game 1 of this 5-game series. And tomorrow, a doubleheader. You've got all-day baseball tomorrow. That's so cool.
So good. Have you ever been to a doubleheader?
Many.
Like when they go back-to-back or split specifically?
Both. I think back-to-back mainly. Years ago, they used to schedule doubleheaders. They'd be on your schedule. When the little pocket schedule comes out or when they announce the schedule, the old Pabst Blue Ribbon or Mott's Paint little pocket schedules.
A few years back, they had a doubleheader against the Giants when Jock Peterson was still there.
Ugh.
And that was an awesome day. I mean, it was back-to-back. They just happened, right? One after another.
Right.
They don't stop selling beer until the 7th inning of the second game. Like, I had really good seats. That was an awesome day.
Yeah, they called them the Twilight doubleheaders, and they'd go back-to-back, so it'd be like a 4 o'clock start, I would want to guess.
I want to guess that I went like 1 and 4. Like it started at 1 o'clock, and then it just went. It was like a Wednesday or something like that against the Giants. It was a good day.
Well, and now, clearly, we all know the reason why they split them up. You
Money.
Get 2 gates.
Yep.
2 gates, 1 day. But how does that work with parking then?
There's no way they make them leave the parking
They
lot.
better not.
No way.
Okay, you're going to take your car, drive out and around
Please
over
get
there.
back
and then
on
come
the
back
shuttle
in.
just to get back to the shuttle over here
Yeah.
and then shuttle back.
Go get on the shuttle in St. Louis to Pappy's Barbecue and then get back on it. We'll give you right back in.
Pagula's Barbecue over in St. Louis.
Go down to Johnson Road down here, take a right, go through the roundabout, and then circle back, and you can pay for another parking.
You got to go up the arc and then come down on the other side of it. The arch, right? Did I say? Yeah, the arch.
Yes. And yeah, those double headers, I really look forward to it. And my dad used to take me to those many years ago. And they were those, I just loved it. I'd look at that schedule and where are the double headers? And a lot of times they're on Sundays. And you get 2 for 1. And you'd spend 7-8 hours at County Stadium just running around and hanging out and checking out Brewers baseball. But yeah, doubleheader tomorrow. That first one is at 1:15. Here's the programming schedule for on-air shows tomorrow.
Yeah, we have noon to 1, our first leadoff show. So that'll take you all the way up until first pitch of game 1. Then immediately following the game, we will interrupt Wisconsin Sports Daily.
Mm-hmm.
We will then have the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show all the way until the next leadoff show.
Nice.
We will have the leadoff show from 5:30 to 6:30, and then we will then regroup after the last pitch, making the switch back to the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network immediately following game 2. Not roughly 9:30 or sometime before then if the game ends before then. But yeah, we have all day Brewers coverage coming up tomorrow.
Just kind of nice working with some folks that make good programming decisions. Because the last place I worked at doing this show, every doubleheader, just do one post-game show. And they'd say it like that. Just do one post-game show. Wrap up both games. No, that's not how we do it here. We want to do the post-game show. It's not like you're doing me a favor here. It's a disservice, I think, to the audience that loves to talk Brewers baseball.
I agree.
So yeah, we've got it all. It's a doubleheader. That means 2 leadoff shows and 2 post-game shows. Makes sense to me.
What if they were back-to-back? Then you do 1 and 1?
I don't know if we've been up against that because lately, the last many years, the gates determined that they don't go back-to-back. Occasionally they do, and I think we did avoid 1. I jumped on, I want to say for 20 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So at least you had a little taste.
Not a problem tomorrow.
No, not at all. 1:15, 6:45, 2 leadoff shows, 2 post-game shows, and hopefully 2 Brewers victories. That would be sweet. It's tough. I don't know why they say that, but they say it's tough to sweep a doubleheader. Why is that?
That's made up.
It might be. All right, so we'll see you then tomorrow. Jacob Mizorowski on the mound for game 1. That should be done fairly quickly. And then after that, it'll be Robert Gasser, we're assuming. Assume. One of them's got to have a deep start, so we'll find out and see what that bullpen, what kind of shape that bullpen is in after game 1. All right, for Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow. A couple of leadoff shows, a couple of post-game shows, and 2 Brewers victories. So a 4-3 final tonight. Brewers take game 1 of the 5-game series. And as always, smile Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.